Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Sri Sadguru Paramatmane Namaha. Sarva Maharshibhyo Namaha. The Lord explains his phenomenal and transcendental nature and starts with the phenomenal first. Fourth shloka. Bhumirapo analo vayuhu kham mano buddhireva cha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakrutirashtada. Substance: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, reason, and also egoism. These are the eightfold divisions of my nature. Commentary: the five elements, the mind, reason, and egoism, together constitute the phenomenal aspect of the Lord's nature. Prakriti, phenomenal nature, is gross, and so it is Jada, insentient. Purusha, Atma, or Brahman is the life principle. Prakriti is the objective universe, Drishya, and Purusha is the seer, Drik. Prakriti is liable to destruction, but Purusha is eternal. Mind, reason, and egoism are also included in Prakriti, along with the grosser elements. The elements are insentient, and so the modifications of internal nature are also insentient. When it is known that the mind is insentient, its nature and virulence are lost. It is held and controlled like any other material object. The insentient can never have power over the sentient. Those who do not know this secret come under the power of the mind and dance to its tune. So, to control the mind, one should clearly distinguish between the gross and the sentient, and between that which is Jada and that which is Chit. Question: what are the different modifications of the Lord's phenomenal nature? Answer: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, reason, and egoism. These constitute the inferior nature, apara prakriti. The Lord explains his transcendental nature. Fifth shloka. Apareya mithastvanyam prakritim vidhi me param jiva bodham mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat. Substance. O Arjuna, this is inferior described in the previous verse. Know my other nature, the higher, para prakriti, the life element by which the universe is upheld. Commentary. The Lord now explains the para prakriti, the higher nature. It is the life element by which the whole universe is upheld. Even this, like the apara prakriti, is under the control of the Lord, the Purusha. Let us understand the distinction between the para and apara prakriti by means of an illustration. There is a pot filled with water, and the orb of the sun is reflected in it. Here, the pot and water are apara prakriti, inferior nature, and the reflected orb of the sun shining in the water is para prakriti, higher nature. The pot stands for the body, the water for the mind, and the reflected sun for the individual self, ego, by which man is deluded into thinking that he is a distinct and real personality. The real sun shining in the sky is Atma, Purusha, the Lord. When the pot and water are destroyed, the sun is not at all affected by it. He shines in his own pristine glory. So the falling away of the body does not make any difference to Atma, which is eternal. Shankaracharya in Viveka Chudamani explains this idea very clearly. The wise man leaves the pot, water, and the reflection and looks at the real self luminous sun. So also the man of knowledge does not attach himself to the body and mind and egoism, which appears as his individual self. He takes refuge in Atma, which is distinct from all these three, in the same way as the sun in the sky is absolutely separate from that which is reflected in the water. All the changes pertain to the part, water, and the reflection in it. The real sun does not change. The pot may be big or small, the water pure or muddy. This does not affect the sun. So also the changes that take place in the body and mind of man does not affect Atma. The para and apara prakriti of the Lord undergo all sorts of modifications, but the Lord Purusha is not touched by them at all. The elements apara prakriti are insentient. According to the Advaitic concept, both the prakritis are unreal. What is real is Atma. The seeker has to give up both the lower and higher Prakriti in order to reach Atma. Of course, the life element, the personality state, is superior to the gross insentient matter, but it is also a component part of nature and cannot claim the attribute of reality. The man in a dream may be superior to the rocks and trees of the dream, but to the awakened man, both the dream, man, and dream world are utterly unreal. Thus, we arrive at the one supreme reality in which all this para and apara prakriti dwell, subject to the control of the Purusha. Knowing that the individual ego and the world are both unreal, the seeker has to take refuge in the Supreme Brahman. Question. What is Paraprakriti? Answer. It is the life element. By it, the universe is sustained. It is superior to the Apara Prakriti. The Lord declares that He, distinct from Prakriti, is the final cause of the universe. Sixth Shloka. एतद्योनीनि भूतानि सर्वाणीत्युपधारय अहं कृत्स्नस्य जगतः प्रभवः प्रलयस्तथा. Substance. Know this Prakriti to be the womb of all beings. I am the source of the outcoming of the whole universe, and likewise the source of its dissolution. Commentary. Prakriti in its two aspects, para and apara, is the womb of all beings. Purusha is the master and cause of all creation, sustenance, and destruction of the entire universe. Prakriti is the instrument with which he creates, maintains, and destroys the whole universe. Therefore, tracing backwards to the root cause of all things, we find that the whole manifested universe and the unmanifested will be found to come out of Brahman and God dissolved in Brahman. The omnipotent, omniscient Brahman is the material and efficient cause of the universe. According to the Advaitic concept, the Supreme Self is just the witness of all creation and destruction and is not affected by them. Question. What is the source of all beings? Answer. Prakriti. Question. Who is the ultimate cause of the entire universe? Answer. The Supreme Lord. Purusha is the cause of the creation and destruction of the entire universe.